But for our audience, tell us what the mission of Learning Rights is.
Sure. The mission of Learning Rights is to ensure an equitable access to the public education system. So we believe that everybody has a right to learn, and we provide free legal services to help ensure that everyone does learn by accessing their schools.
Well, we think that that's a wonderful mission. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about how you guys, why did you and Janine have this idea to start this?
Well, both Janine and I were legal advocates here in Los Angeles, and we were working with other nonprofits that were wonderful to work with, but we really felt that there was a need for a nonprofit to focus exclusively on education rights. Education rights encompass so many aspects of a child's life that we felt it was important to not have our time divided amongst other types of activities. And when we looked around and realized there was none, we realized we should found it. So it was a real privilege to have met Janine and to have founded Learning Rights with her. And it's been a real wonderful voyage since 2005. We'll be celebrating our 10-year anniversary next year.
And we're thrilled that you guys are around. I was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about what are some of the typical struggles that families have that they bring to you guys?
Sure. We've got a couple of different programs, and one of our programs is our brief services, and that's where a client will come in through the front door and talk about whatever their problems is, and we try to give them legal advice right there on the spot, including an action plan. And if we look at our brief legal services clinics, we see a lot of parents who have been asking for the same types of services or more services repeatedly, and they've hit a wall, and they just don't know how to take their advocacy to the next level. So sometimes it's somebody who says, look, my child is not making any gains in the area of speech and language, or my child has had behavior for years and it's not being addressed. I keep asking, and I just don't know how to get to the next step.
Okay. And then in particular, we wanted to take a minute to talk about the Latino families, because they have some very unique challenges that they face, and we were hoping you could talk to us about what some of those are.
Yeah, here in Los Angeles Unified School District, the majority of students are of Spanish-speaking descent. So we do serve very large numbers of Latino families and are happy to do so. We've got lots of bilingual staff, including myself. I'm proud to have been born in Argentina and speak Spanish, and it's a great tool when serving the special needs community here in LA. Folks who have language access issues have yet more difficulty getting the services they need for their child, because sometimes things like IEPs are not translated into the language that they speak. Sometimes there are not appropriate interpreters present at IEP meetings. And occasionally there are school districts who take advantage of the fact that the parent is not a native speaker to get them to sign papers or sign consent forms that they simply don't understand because it's not written in their native language.
Absolutely.
What do you wish that the Latino families knew about their rights that you find that they don't know, Ines?
Well, one thing I think is hugely important, especially in the wake of an LA Times article that talked about the fact that West Side parents, where it's socioeconomically higher as compared with other low-income areas of LA, they're getting behavior aids at 10 times the rate of low-income families in other parts of Los Angeles. So really what we see is that if you raise your voice and you speak up for your rights, you can get the services that your child needs in order to become a productive member of society and in order to be appropriate for their needs. So I really want our Latino community to not be afraid to speak up, regardless of language barriers, regardless of immigration status. Your children have a right to a public education, and if you can't do it on your own, there are agencies like Learning Rights Law Center who are there to help you.
And where can people find out more about Learning Rights?
Wonderful. Well, we have a website, www.learningrights.org. You can also follow us on Facebook at Learning Rights, and we provide free legal services for low-income families. So whether they call us or contact us through the website or Facebook, we're happy to help those who qualify. And if they don't qualify for free legal services, we're happy to refer that family to other legal service providers in the area who are also skilled at obtaining help for kids with special needs.
Okay.